gonna have a little discussion about this immigrant caravan because it's just everywhere I go I hear about this stuff, and it's really annoying because people use it as a way to elevate themselves as in a moral sense. Like they try to use it to make themselves feel like they're more noble, or they're more they're more educated or more civil than you are, just because you're like, well, hold on a second, let's just talk about it, rather than just say these people deserve to be here, because nobody deserves to be in here in this country unless you go through the proper process, right? I mean, that's just what little old me thinks. That's what I did. That's what my family did, right? If you're one of those people that you didn't do that, then I suggest you should, because it's the right way. You want to be treated equally. You want to be treated fairly, then do things that will make you be treated fairly and equally. Go through the fair and equal process of obtaining a American residency, and then go through the equal and fair process of obtaining a a American citizenship. All right. Now, some people, you know what they do? They sleep with each other and shit and stuff like that. And you know what I mean. They get the papers, like whatever. That's all I'm saying is that nobody in my family had to sleep with anybody to do that. Right? It took my family a long effing time to get my citizenship, to get my to get my residency. That was, oh my god, that was just a headache. Years pre 9/11, by the way, pre 9/11, it was years. Okay. Now, with that being said, I didn't become a citizen until maybe like middle of 2017, because I just felt like, whoa, all this time I've been just, just counting flies and just not caring about it. But I think now is a good time to do it. So now that I've put that out there, right? What I can say about this immigrant caravan is that I feel sorry for these people. These people are suffering people. These people need help. They need food. They need an education. They need everything that me and you fellow Americans have in this country. They need a lot of things. But we can't just give it to them like that. What, are you crazy? Are you insane? Like, you can't just... Listen, I live in New York City, okay? I take the damn subway to work every damn day. I see people in the subways. People who are Hispanic, white, and black. Bums, okay? These people need help. They have severe infections in their feet. They stink. I feel sorry for them. I don't know what their situation was in the past, but it's horrible the way these people live. Have you ever taken a look at the New York City subways? If you don't live in New York City, you think, oh wow, it's if you're from the Midwest or the Southwest, or the Midwest, or the or the South or anything, and you think, oh yeah, it's bright lights and beautiful people. Yeah, it's bright lights and beautiful people, but go take the subway. It smells, it's horrible, and you have bums. And those people, I'm not trying to put them down. I feel bad for them because they've had a rough life, and they're American citizens. These people, like, they look like crap. Some of them have infections in their hands. Some of them have they put like things in their ears and their nose because they're bleeding. I don't know, maybe they have a severe bleeding issue with their bodies. They have infections in their feet. These people are living in hell, and you're telling me that we should just just push those people away. Push all of the minorities that live in the in the ghettos in New York City. Just push them to the side and allow these people in. What, are you out of your mind? You're crazy or something like that? No, I think fellow Americans, American citizens deserve attention first, deserve aid first. Now, whether you want to jump into WIC, welfare and welfare and all that stuff, that's another discussion. I'm not going to even go on there. But American citizens should be looked upon and and helped and taken care of first, okay, or discussed about first. The issues with American citizens should be discussed first, rather than just letting 8,000 or 6,000. Like, that's insane. Hey, if you want to think that way, hey, just let them all. I bet you. Listen, there are some parts in New York City, right, in the Queensboro, in the borough of Queens, right? There's a part there that's really, really Hispanic. Really, like it's like a little. It's a little pocket of a Mexican. It's got Honduran. It's got Colombian, Peruvian, Bolivian, Ecuadorian. Almost every Central and South American Hispanic culture you could ever think of. Many of those restaurants there, and people of all kinds of Hispanic countries that live there. I bet you they don't even feel like the way you do. I bet you they're like, are these like they feel bad, but I don't think they're gonna even want this 8,000, 6,000 caravan of immigrants over in their place. Yeah, sure. Why? Yeah, no, I bet you they don't even agree with you on that one. Okay, so listen, if you feel so morally elevated and so morally superior to the other people that just want to have a discussion and ask you, why? Well, hold on, what would you do? What would you do? Why don't you like maybe in New York, New York City, in the subways, there's a lot of signs that say nyc.org, right? And they're always like, oh, we fight for minorities, we fight for illegals, we fight for. Okay, sure. I mean, what if their New York nyc.org created a kind of a program that allows American citizens here to adopt a family. Adopt a family. Let them in your home. Maybe you get a little tax break at the end of the year because you adopted a family of 10 or 5. You know, how would you feel? Would you do that? Would you allow for that to happen? You got a wife and kids. You got, 2 kids you got to put through college. Why don't you adopt a family? Why don't you give them your aid? Give them your own aid. Huh? Why don't you take, how much you make a year? You make about 60, 70 grand a year? 80 grand a year? Why don't you take 10 grand out of that and give it to a family? Why don't you just wire it to them? Let's see how much you're willing to aid you as an individual. Because me as an individual, I don't think it's right to let 8,000 immigrant caravan that's probably grown by now to let them here. You don't even know who they are. Okay? It's a really horrible situation that they're in, and I don't wish that upon anybody. Even the people that I currently don't like right now, there are some people I don't like. I don't even wish that on them, on their families. It's horrible. It's horrible. But you can't be like, oh, just let them in, and why don't you let them in? Why don't you let them in? Okay? Now, with all that being said, I am a centrist. I like to think about both sides all the time. But if you have anything to say, if you think I'm an idiot, maybe I don't know anything. You know more than I do because I'm an immigrant, right? I don't know how to read and I don't know how to speak English, all that good stuff. So you leave a comment down below and you tell me what you think.